Well, welcome to episode 36 of Fourth and Three Dudes. We got a special guest back with us again, but hope everybody's doing well. So Chris Nama coming to you from here in Peachtree Corners. Gentlemen and lady, go ahead and introduce yourselves, please.
I am Ainsley Burnett. I am his daughter.
Dada. And I'm Chris Burnett. I'm her father.
And I'm just Cord.
Coming to us from a secret location down in the south of France? No, South Florida.
Sunny South Florida. Yeah, but I do want to give a couple shout outs early before everyone starts dropping off like dead flies. Shout out to Peloton Kate and her team, ECU, who barely squeaked it out. I tell you what, they must have been playing all the communication majors in the first half because it was a snoozer. But then they fired up. And then also a shout out to all our student listeners in the BT store. Go Titans.
Okay.
Go Titans.
Chris, make sure you have that bleeper on when Chris starts talking.
He'll talk about his fancy new bleeper thing up there he's got on his hat.
Thank you, Ainsley, for the Christmas gifts. Got two of these. See, that's the other one.
Nice.
Green light is good.
Green means good.
Green means connected.
Red means I muted you. Probably means Cord's talking. It's a little weird because Cord's not in the basement for us.
Not.
He's named in the basement. And
don't worry, he's in the basement.
Oh, okay.
Probably because
No respect. No
man
respect.
had knee replacement surgery and everybody's left him there alone.
Oh, it's all right. I'm powering through.
Okay. Back to introduction time. Again, Chris Burnett, her father.
Yes. Nope. Gabby couldn't be with us tonight. We thought she was going to need to run the podcast, depending on where I was in my recovery process. But went out grocery shopping today. That was probably a mistake, and I'm going to be feeling it. I'm feeling it now, but it might be feeling it even more a little bit later. But
Not shopping for you, evidently.
no, anyway, she's not shopping for me. But anyway, going back with a old tried and true Dr. Publix, Diet Dr. Publix, and Jim Beam. Let's go.
Okay.
Poor Jim.
What you got, Ainsley?
Some soft blanc with no more ice because
It
it's
melted.
gone.
And I've got, thanks to Aunt Barbara, a new glass. Look at that. So pretty.
That's
And
so cool.
Angel's Envy Triple Oak.
Ooh.
Cheers, Aunt Barbara.
Space dust.
Is branded by Ole Miss now?
No, it's just a koozie.
Where's your flannel koozie? You didn't pack that?
Which one?
Your flannel koozie, the one with the arms.
Our
I had
sponsor.
to pack light. I had the whole truck filled, 2 dogs, kids, everything.
Oh, his
Hey,
guns were too big.
Looks like you're down the garage or something.
Yeah, just looks like a garage door.
Pretty much. That's
Hey.
not enough room in the inn. I got to sleep in the garage on the hay like baby Jesus.
I thought you'd be out on the porch with the surf lapping in the background. But anyway, so yes, of course, it's been a few weeks or a little bit of time since we've been on, but hope everyone has had a Merry Christmas and has had a happy holiday so far. Bowl season is off and running with a whole bunch of games that have already happened. So, of those bowl games, are there any of them that stand out to y'all that were memorable or not so memorable?
ECU's game the other day was good.
Yeah.
That second half was an absolute train wreck, though,
Yeah.
with that crappy call, the inadvertent
Inverted
whistle.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Yes.
what a gut punch.
I'm glad you
I'm
mentioned that. I actually did this. Jim Miranda, a future guest host on this show, hopefully, collects me into reffing intramural flag football game, and it was a tight game, and they had an interception late, and I don't know, it was in my mouth, and I just blew, and
Oh my God!
he's like, hold it in your hand. He was so very pissed,
There we go.
very pissed. And I just felt like this tall. So
Yeah, that happened at Georgia Tech. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, well, no,
No.
yeah, in the ECU game.
No, ECU. That was the ECU game that had the inadvertent whistle.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought there was one at Georgia Tech and they just shrugged it off. No.
Peloton.
Now the ECU, they had the inadvertent whistle when they had gotten a touchdown. Then they turn the ball over on the next
that's
freaking
right.
play.
We thought that'd be the most dramatic moment, but then it's like, fumble recovery for a touchdown and
Mhm.
all kinds of drama.
Yeah.
So
There was a lot of drama in that game.
and Cousin Kate, she was not watching. She was listening. She was watching Ainsley's text because she was spending time with family. And I texted her, I was like, "It's a good thing you're not watching this."
Wow.
But it ended up okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all that mattered.
but
And
yeah, the Georgia Tech game was another one that it was
Yeah. Till the
going
wire.
going back and forth, and then I thought, then Tech got down, and then when the way they're driving down the field, I thought for sure the way that thing was going, they were going to end up getting the touchdown at the end of the game.
Not quite enough time.
No.
No,
So,
Hail Mary at the end didn't work.
nope. At least he could throw the ball in the end zone, unlike Phillip Rivers last night in that game. But that's a pro football. That's for a different podcast.
well,
But,
he is almost as old as Phil Rivers. So
oh my goodness, that is just a good story. Period.
Dadgummit.
I know, Dag. Coming back in to play professional football with 10 kids, a grandkid, and but it resets his ability to get into the Hall of Fame, which he was about to be able to get in the Hall of Fame. But it also gives him the amazing NFL insurance for another 5 years, which with 10 kids and the grandkids.
you need. Oh shit.
Man down.
Never.
Sorry, it's time for another round of
Pizza
drugs
rolls
or
are
whatever.
up. Pizza rolls are up. Mom.
It's all the alarms. That is one thing. If you ever get a knee replacement surgery, the number of pills you got to take through the day for the first few weeks.
Are we popping pills on this live broadcast?
Wait,
No. It's just for me to take a baby aspirin. I can hold off on that for a little
that's
bit.
it? That big alarm for a baby aspirin?
Hey, man, I got to be able to hear it.
That was a big baby aspirin alarm.
The beard's so gray. I've got to make sure I can hear alarms, and
Oh,
Yeah.
Dios mío.
I have alarms set throughout the day.
Crack
Set
another
throughout the day. Yes, that's true. But so other games. Again, it's one of those things with so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many opt-outs and everything too. It just makes everything interesting. Again, we thought,
looking in the stands, there's like hardly anyone there.
no, there's nobody in the stands.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, the Pop-Tart Bowl is still the most exciting for which the Pop-Tarts are going to get sacrificed. And I saw the strawberry one ran off and said, "Not today." They didn't jump in the toaster. But
Cord mentioned opt-outs. And nowadays, sometimes it's like the day before they decide. Like the Virginia running back decided like the day before, and then they had I guess they had a backup plan just in case. But it's just a weird time. I've always loved bowl season, and it still has some flair. But there's just some games that, we made picks weeks ago for the pool that we're in, and I asked Ainsley, okay, so what was the line, 2.5 weeks ago when we made our picks? Because now it's different. Big AP, whole touchdown swing, and that's just a minor complaint. But I'm an old man. I've earned it.
You're so young.
All right. Well, obviously the biggest games that have happened so far are the first round of the playoffs, and we actually had some visiting teams win games this time. So I guess let's go back through those. The first one of those games was the Alabama ended up taking down Oklahoma, 34-24. I think all of us, or the three of us, picked that way. Gabby, who was guest hosting with us last time, she went with Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to say though, the way that game started, I did not think that Alabama was going to come back and win that game.
It didn't look good, but you kind of knew they just don't have confidence in their running game, and you kind of have to have that to set a pass. And eventually Mateer just showed he wasn't quite up for the moment.
Yeah, he broke down.
And their coach, was wearing a literal sweatshirt with a basketball on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma just wasn't ready. Alabama was, and they had more talent.
Yeah, they had the
did not win championships.
That's very true. And you think with all this talk, Oklahoma has really good defense, and Well, they sure did, coming out 17-0 early on.
Mhm.
But like you said, Alabama was more ready. They were the more prepared team. They showed that they were ready to do what it takes to win, and that's what the CFP is all about,
Yeah. Agreed. And then after that game, it was Miami taking down Texas A&M in what was a brutal game to watch. In my
scoring.
opinion.
Oh my God, terrible.
10-3.
Very
Oh,
offensive.
oh my
Worse
God.
than the ECU game.
I know. Yeah, I mean, again, I know that the talk you've made about both those defenses being good, but yeah, I mean, it's amazing how horrible Texas A&M's offense was. I mean, we had talked about that. Later in the season, even leading up to the SEC championship, the fact that all their wins had come against teams that were in the bottom half of the SEC or a lowly Notre Dame team. But I digress. But yeah, it's one of those where I thought that they would have been able to do more than that. And but I mean, Miami couldn't do anything either.
Yeah, they've been exposed as a farce. A lot of the pundits thought they were the best team in the SEC, and there was a week or two. Maybe I thought that, but once you look at their schedule, especially that the college football playoff, pomp and circumstance show on Sunday, and they start really comparing teams side by side in the schedule, it was just obvious that they had not really played anybody of significance and really had the resume. So, but we all lost that one. We all picked A&M.
Yeah.
So we still were buying into that. I guess maybe that was more of a vote against Miami than it was.
I was more against Miami than A&M.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think so. I didn't think. I mean, because the same thing with Miami, they didn't have to beat anybody much with their ACC schedule and the teams they lost to as well. It's like, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they move forward. But yeah, I mean everything. Yes, there was nothing in that game that was fun to watch offensively. I mean, the defenses did do a good job getting after people, but yeah, it was just not very. It was a difficult game to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like you're holding on for dear life, really.
Really, the Bama-Oklahoma game was the only good game of the whole first round. So
yeah, truly a good game, because then of course you get into the Ole Miss versus Tulane, which I mean, Ole Miss, they came out and they blew doors and they kept the foot on the gas in the beginning, like Cord's talked about with the teams not letting their foot off the gas too early. So,
what is a repeat?
If only we had seen that in the regular season, we would have known this was going to happen. Way to go, playoff committee.
If only. What were you saying, Cord?
I mean, that gives, until we get to Oregon, that gives argument. Should Tulane and JMU even be in? Are they the best teams in the country to be in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Or are they just throwing a bone to smaller leagues?
Yeah.
No, I mean, again, I mean, I know we talked about it a little bit too, but I mean, that's the whole antitrust thing with the playoffs and all that, where they had to give those teams. And again, I don't think they ever thought that there would be a time when the ACC champion would be ranked below two of the other football or the FBS other team group of 5 teams. So
I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda. They're the experts. Yeah. I mean, I think Vandy, Notre Dame, Texas could have beat those 2 teams.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Yeah, definitely. But Pete Golden had a good effort in his first game as head coach. I mean, he's got the best winning percentage of anybody in the playoffs so far. So
yeah, he's undefeated.
No hot yoga.
No hot yoga. He got himself cleaned up. Got his beard trimmed down.
Shaved. Yeah.
Yeah, about to say looking.
Old Depper Dan.
Yep.
Found some soap.
Found some soap. But yeah, then Oregon. Yeah, they took care of James Madison, but James Madison fought hard. They fought hard till the very end. End.
I turned that off at halftime. I'm like, boring. I go change oil on the truck. So that's what I did.
Only reason I kept it on because I knew they were good. I needed them to cover, and they did.
Yeah, baby.
They did.
But you said Lanning was pissed. I missed it. What happened?
No, he was just. I think he was just mad. Yeah, I think it was just because I don't think he was necessarily mad at James Madison. I think he was mad that that they were able to keep scoring. Even when he put in some of the second string, he expected them to be able to stop them, which, I mean, again, every good coach would. So, I mean, he doesn't think they were in danger of losing the game. Although James Madison kept saying, if this game went 6 quarters, we had you. But
That's a long train ride back to DC.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. It is. So
I thought he should have been in his second teamers sooner. I think he could have screw the line, screw the giving up points, but get them some reps because he's probably going to need those second teamers, and deep into the playoffs. So
yeah.
Well, again, like Ole Miss and Tulane, they were talking about how they kept Q1 Lacey and Winadat in too long because they all got bruised up there in the end of the fourth quarter, the end of the fourth quarter. I mean, what are you doing? You're ahead by 30 points.
Right. Exactly.
Well, he's a new coach. He's a new head coach.
All right. So, I mean, I guess we kind of gone over it, but so I guess we all ended up 2-2.
Bernie, check. Okay, Savion Blanc. Bernie, check your notes.
Gabby didn't do so well.
No, Gabby was 1-3.
Yeah, I think we're all 2-2.
She was out shopping. But not for Chris.
Nema would have, probably been, but he got JMU late, so.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, I knew what I was doing. I just thought Tulane was going to be able to get a couple of extra garbage points than they did because I was expecting the third string to come in.
All gas, no brakes.
Yep.
I picked them to cover 2 now, so.
Yep. So, all right. So we're 2-2 going into the next round. A lot of other stuff is going on in college football, but we'll probably save that for for the postseason. I mean, still the coaching carousel goes round and round, but and then of course the playoff format. Y'all kind of touched on that, whether or not that needs to change. But yeah, we can.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, again, I think next with but I mean, they're going to be deciding that pretty soon. I think it's
whatever it is. It's like the longest line at a shopping store where you go to the quickest line, but it ends up being longer. Kind of like how Lane Kiffin doesn't have grocery bags. They're going to screw it up no matter what.
Yeah, I think they're just going to do the 16 teams. But I mean, one of the big things that I think a lot of people, even the coaches, have been talking about is whether or not they're going to change it so that well, I guess if they do the 16, everybody's going to get all the top seeds will get a home game because that's been one of the biggest things that
was huge.
The top teams being able to have a home game. I mean, the economic impact for their teams, for their respective areas, and things like that. But it's like again, the 1 through 4 seed not getting that opportunity is a big thing. But I guess they will if they go to the 16.
Talk about that, but I mean, that's not a better system. And if you're going to do this, have JMU, have it more like I saw someone post this, more like the basketball, have an NIT tournament for those teams, and I would watch that because those are good teams playing on the same level as their opponents. But it really I think it should be 6 teams at most, and have a playing game and whatever. Yeah.
If you're going to go to 16 teams. Like you said, I don't think it fixes the issue because they're still struggling seeding the top 12 teams. When we were at the top 4 teams, they said we're going to put the 4 best teams in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the 12 seed, it still doesn't fix it because we did not have the 12 best teams in all of the CFP. And that showed in the first round what we just touched on. So if you go to 16 teams, still good luck because I think that makes it even worse.
And like Nama said, you got teams that are deserving of that economic impact of having to be able to host a game, and early on. And we got Georgia fans that didn't want to win the SEC this year, and we did, and they wanted to stay home and not go to that game in Atlanta and stay and get a game in Athens. And I can relate to that. I don't agree with that. I want to win the SEC, but I don't know.
Give and take.
It's so flawed.
Yeah,
I think they would want them to win the SEC championship. I don't think they wanted them to risk injuries or losing. I think that would be more devastating than winning or staying at home.
Yeah.
Have your cake and eat it too. I mean, it's
Oh,
just,
Lane
just-
Kiffin.
oh, sorry. Except for him, I guess he makes the cut. But like, you can't have both in those situations. I mean, it's just like when players opt out of bowl games when they're going to the draft or going into the portal. I mean, there's just so much gray area.
Make a
And,
decision.
yeah.
Yep.
Who was that guy? Joe, the other guys to show Joe Klott or something like that.
Joel Klatt.
He had a good situation that I liked, where like the top 6 teams of the conferences would play each other,
Mhm.
and then
The play-ins.
advance that way. That way,
Yeah, I mean,
you
that's-
wouldn't have these other teams,
Wait,
number 3 or 4, not getting in it.
What did you say, Brian?
what was that?
So
I think it was
like you have the top 6 teams. One plays 2 for the championship. They both advance anyways, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 play each other to see which 2 go to the championship.
Oh, okay.
So that way
Basically-
you would have the top 6 teams of the SEC, and you wouldn't have people bitching like Texas or Vandy or stuff like that.
Yeah, so like a championship weekend, they'd do the 3 games with. One would play 2 for the championship, but then 3 would play 6 and 4 would play 5.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just one game, and then you don't have teams sitting at home,
Right.
having buys. Well, Georgia and Alabama have to fight it out for the championship.
Yeah.
Like, what Ole Miss did. I mean, they were sitting there watching.
yeah, and I mean the other one is, if they're going to go to the 24 or 32 teams or whatever to make it like Division 2 or like all the other ones, and then get rid of the championship weekend, make it part of the whole thing and keep it the same number of weeks. So, but yeah, it leads to a bunch of other things and questions. But let's move on. Second round, second round of playoffs. Unless that's Commissioner texting Bernie.
Breaking
That's
news.
Injury report.
New news.
So we were talking about Colby Young. He's back.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of whether he can, block downfield and do everything the other guys have been doing in his absence. But saw a video today of Ethan Barber
Mm-hmm.
early,
I heard he was supposed to be back.
and
Just got the same.
Heath Thamel, he's texting Ainsley.
He's been texting me all week.
I get the underground. She's anyway.
Goes direct to the source.
Ethan Barber, he's back. He's physical in practice. So Georgia's getting healthier, and that's a good thing. If nothing else.
Well, gosh, they've had 27 days off. You would think they would be.
We're going to miss Gabe Harris.
Has he been ruled out, or is it still a question?
He's out right now, and they landed in New Orleans, so that's why this is coming out now, I guess. But we got 5 guys out. Yeah, Drew Bobo is not going back. We know that, but so anyway, that's a good lead into now teams are settling into after the holiday or after Christmas and getting to the quarterfinal game sites. And
Yep. So the first game of the playoffs of the second round is going to be Miami playing against Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas or the surrounding areas. So what are y'all's take on that game? I mean, I'm wondering if Ohio State's going to have PTSD about playing on New Year's Eve again.
Why?
But
quick note: Gabby's commentary on when y'all were picking through the whole bracket, and
right.
Georgia and Ohio State were in the semifinals, and she said it's going to come down to the field goal, and we all know what happens then. I got busted out laughing, falling out from my chair.
She was very happy of the research she had done. So
she was awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, again, this is one of those for me. I mean, all the work and all the talk about what Ohio State has done. I mean, they've done great, but it's been against subpar competition versus. But I mean, again, Miami was the same thing, but they did much better against an SEC team. Proved a little bit that way, especially on the defensive side. So, I mean, Ohio State's offense couldn't do much against Indiana, who's got a really good defense. So, I don't know. I mean,
don't
I don't.
Yeah,
It's difficult.
for me, it comes down to the talent, and he does recruit and signs players and gets players that have talent. So I think Ohio State has more talent than Miami, and but it is a game. I'm not going to be surprised if it goes either way. But I'm going to go with OSU.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it could swing even if they cover or not with the 9.5. But I still think Ohio State will top them off. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah.
So you're not going to make your pick?
Wide left.
I mean, I guess your dad went ahead and made his pick. You're going to go ahead and make your pick too?
She said
Yeah,
wide
OSU.
left.
Oh, okay. But you said you were going back and forth with the line or whatever.
Yeah.
What about you, Cord?
I don't really see any weak spots for Ohio State. They're strong. They're strong in the trenches. I think Miami got lucky drawing A&M for the first round. Them playing the bottom half of the SEC, but with OSU favored by 9.5, I think they're going to kill them 24.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, again, the way that my Beck runs that offense and everything else, they're not doing much. And Ohio State had some of the big playmakers have been dinged up too, and so they've had some time to rest and get healthier as well. So I agree. I think Ohio State should be able to get through this game and cover the 9.5 points in the process.
The only adversity they ever faced was against Indiana.
Yeah.
And we know how that went, but they can learn from it because that's what Ohio State does. So
yeah, I mean, again, that's the whole thing last year. They took that loss going into the playoffs and turned it into one of the best. I mean, the best run we've seen in the playoff so far.
And Ryan Day's calling the plays.
Yep, because their OC is gone.
Okay.
So yeah, he's going to be.
And he was a quarterback coach, anyways.
Yeah.
So that's the New Year's Eve game.
That's the New Year's Eve game, correct?
Okay.
and Orange Bowl's at
The Orange
12.
Bowl's. The Orange Bowl's. Yeah, the next game is Oregon versus Texas Tech at noon.
What's that line?
In Oregon
2
favored
points.
by two.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Texas Tech is getting disrespected. Granted, they've not played against anybody. It's the whole Big 12 thing, but their defense does look good. Their offense looks really good. I think they're going to be able to beat Oregon, especially Oregon having to go all the way cross country. I know they have time to get there and get acclimated, but being the first game of the day too. I think it could be interesting. I think that Texas Tech is going to actually win the game.
Woo!
Not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast, my friend.
It's a duck situation, and Texas Tech is not ready for this level. I agree with what you said, Nayman. I think their defense that they look good, but I just think I'm going with Oregon and their resume.
What resume? Oh, sorry.
The Big Ten let them fly all the way back to the East Coast and play.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's the whole thing. They've lost their big games too. Their big game.
Yeah.
Big game, yeah. They have one big game, and
Yeah.
they lost it.
So
Texas
yeah.
Tech. Still waiting.
BYU
They
twice.
beat BYU twice.
Texas Tech beat BYU twice. They beat Utah and they beat the Beavers. That's pretty much their resume.
Oh wait, they beat the Beavers.
Wow.
They beat the Beavers
In Lubbock.
In Lubbock.
The
In Lubbock.
Beavers
Remember, Gordon was supposed to go to that game.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to that game. Good thing I didn't.
Yeah, that would have been miserable.
I would have been on the Peloton at the Fairfield Inn.
All right, so who you taking, Cord?
Because of that, and also they lost to ASU unranked. Even though they did a good job in the portal, Oregon has 84 4-stars and the rest are 5-stars. It's not a talent match. Oregon by 17.
Ainsley, do you make your pick?
2 notes. Wide receiver Evan Stewart remains out for Oregon, and Texas Tech linebacker Jacob Rodriguez is probable. However, Oregon is my pick, and it'll probably be by 10 points or more. But I do agree with what you said, Nemo. I do think that they have been disrespected. But that Oregon offense think is going to put up some points on the Texas Raiders. So,
Yep.
All right. So them being number 4 in the country, how were they disrespected?
Because they're not favored to win. And everybody's saying everybody's saying that they don't have a chance against Oregon. Although I'm surprised the line was actually this close. I thought Oregon would be favored by more.
Yep.
Potentially.
I trust Vegas more than I do rankings because the rankings are always bogus from August through December.
Yeah.
So go with Vegas. They know stuff we don't.
They know things.
Rigged.
I think the line should be more, but I'm not connected like Vegas is.
Nope.
well, it's also aside JMU and Tulane aside, they would be like the next like underdogs in the whole CFP with all the
Yeah, I agree.
power that every other team has. So they're just, I don't know. That's just how I take it as with the disrespect aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. I'm going to get this one right, and y'all are going to get it wrong, so it's okay. It's all good.
Oh, here we go.
Jim against the world.
Hey, you know what? I did pick Oregon to win, so that's probably on your side.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next game is the Rose Bowl with Alabama getting 7 points against Indiana, 4:00 on January 1st.
There is no question in my mind to take Alabama here. I mean, I think they went outright. I might even play them money line, but getting 7 points against Indiana, yeah. Alabama.
Not so fast, my friend. Alabama has a lot of flaws. They don't have a running game. They're very beatable, except when they played UGA the first time. IU beat Oregon and Ohio State. If there are no turnovers in which Alabama can capitalize on, and if they can get after Simpson, then it's going to be IU by 14.
Hot garbage water, and I quote.
Drink up, my friend. Drink up.
What do you think, Ainsley?
I'm tempted to take Alabama in the spread. I think Indiana will win, but I think Alabama's going to cover.
What was the score of that Georgia-Bama game a month ago?
28-7.
28-7.
I know.
And I agree with everything you said, Court, especially the fact that Alabama can't run the ball. They don't even want to run the ball. And they're wounded at that position because Jam Miller is not 100%. Did he play?
He played. He got back to play for that game.
Yeah, he's not significant in the offensive preparation, but I agree that they can't run the ball, but
and all you have to do is get after quarterback, and their offense is dead. And I think Indiana's front four are too strong.
Exactly, but 7 points is a lot when you consider
if there's no turnovers.
Yeah, wishes were horses, beggars could ride. But anyway,
you got Nema.
I don't want to say it, but I think Alabama's going to win outright too. I mean, it's one of those things. Iron sharpens iron. Indiana hadn't played anybody except for Ohio State and Oregon. And their pass rush has been one of the best things that Indiana has, and they had one of their players pulled a Malcolm Mitchell and injured himself at the celebration after the game and is out for the rest of the season. He was their best pass rusher, and he's done. So, I mean, I think that was a major blow for their defense. And, I mean, again, they had to the comebacks they had to get against teams that were so woeful. I mean, like a Penn State, the win they had against them. And I don't know. I just think Alabama finds a way. They just find ways. I mean, against the Georgia game, I mean, yeah, that was definitely a different case. So, but they figured it out against Oklahoma. They got the lucky breaks. I think they're going to get some of those breaks go their way out there, and I think I'm taking Alabama in that game. I don't want them to win, but I think they're going to. And the Mendoza's just wearing me out too.
Alabama does what Alabama does.
I know.
They just got that lucky whatever.
I know.
Aura or whatever.
And
No, they're on a losing streak right now.
I think we want them to continue to win because we've beaten them. We know the cheat code against them.
Yeah.
Like Ford said, we know how to pressure that quarterback, and they're one dimensional on offense. So I hope they win.
Yeah. All right, and then the last game of New Year's Day is Ole Miss getting 6.5 points against the Bulldogs. So, all right, Ole Miss perspective, Cord. What you got?
Wearing the T-shirt.
Ole Miss. They got the best offense in the country. They lead the country in explosive plays. Winnedad, Heisman, I think, number 8. And he was the backup quarterback this year. Keywan Lacey, 2nd in touchdowns, 3rd in carries, 8th in the yards overall. He's got 3,300 yards passing. It's just the kid's lights out. Gunner, he's 6th quarterback rating, 18th in picks, 2,700 yards, and he's got 2 more games. 6.5 point favorites. I think the line should be 6 or 7, meaning how many Georgia players are locked up for DUI, speeding, or unarmed robbery. But
Possession. I mean, you got a receiver was arrested.
No, not a receiver. He's a freshman defensive back with no stats. Never played. So, and actually, he got pulled over in Alabama heading to Georgia trying to make the team. So he's already off the team anyways. But
Anyway.
It's been 27 days since Georgia will have played the last game. So, and I think that's a lot. Ole Miss had a warm-up game against Tulane 9 days ago. I think it's going to come down to whoever punts, an unforced error, or a bad call. If Kirby calls timeout or if the plane does not count when Ole Miss crosses the goal line, then that's going to determine the winner. So Ole Miss by 10.
By 10. Nice. No, I mean, it's true. I mean, again, they are an impressive offensive team. Ole Miss is, but I mean, I think we're even better offensive team than we were the last time we played, and we didn't freaking get stopped hardly. Period. So
neither defense can stop that offense.
Yeah. Well, we've proven that we have, and the flip side is Georgia's a much better defense now than we were when we played them then, which is going to be. I mean, again, whether or not what?
Oh, nothing.
I mean, again, statistically, we're one of the. I mean, at the last half of the season, we're in the top 5 of defenses in the whole country.
Defense does not win championships. We just talked about.
I know, but also offensively, we're pretty much there too. So, I mean, again, I think that we got too many things that we figured out on the defensive side that we'll be able to get more pressure on Trinidad, and I think we'll be able to force them into making some mistakes. So, I mean, I honestly do think. I mean, the layoff is the biggest concern for me, just like it was last year. I mean, we've been in these games. Most of us picked Ohio State. Y'all picked Oregon. I took Texas Tech. I mean, Indiana. I mean, is picking the teams that are coming in for the most part are the ones that are winning. I mean, so it's going to be interesting to see how that affects versus last year because, I mean, we know all the teams that had the layoff lost. So
the problem is if you pressure Winnedad, he's going to run. He's going to take off, and he can do that, fairly easy, a little better than Gunner can. But you'd have to dedicate a spy, which is going to take, someone out of your drop back coverage to make sure he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
But they're motivated because they've been abandoned, and the whole Ole Miss thing has not been about them, the players, to get them there. It's been about that worthless coach that went to Red State.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm taking Georgia. I think they'll cover the 7 or 6.5 points. So I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be probably the most exciting game of all of them.
I think that's why they moved it to primetime.
Oh yeah.
Primetime.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Right, Burnett Square. What do y'all say?
I'll take Georgia. I do think it'll be a closer game, but I do agree with our defense has made significant improvement. But I think what separates this game from the last time that we played them is going to be our defense. And I don't think we'll allow them to put up more points like they did last time.
Yeah, because it was the fourth quarter of that game when things clicked for the defense. Like before that game, that was like October 18th.
Mhm.
Every week we were talking about Schumann is not in tune with the defensive starters and not calling the right plays. And then all of a sudden, most games, except for Alabama, like Cord mentioned earlier, all of a sudden in the second half, he's
Clicks.
right back in their heads. Glenn Schumann was brought here because Kirby knew he like the way it's described to me, he instills a defensive mindset into every player, and we're not the same team that beat Ole Miss back in October. We're a much better team. I don't think they are a better team. I mentioned this going into the Ole Miss game back in October. Their defense is not what they were last year, and I think that we saw that in the fourth quarter back in October. And I like where we are. I like the way we're playing. I'm mildly concerned about the layoff. I think that's a good point, but this is my easiest pick of all four of them, to be honest. I think that Georgia is going to lay the wood, and Pete Golding, Kirby will find a way to pull that guy's pants down, I think.
Cheaters. It's the only way you can win. You know it.
Kirby will find a way to have the I said pull. Yeah, he'll find a way to have an
proverbial pants.
Their staff is more experienced, and I shared a great article about Bobo today with them. That that guy he's been in his bag the whole season, and it's taken this long for some of the Georgia fans even to see the depth at which he can go into the playbook. And I have confidence in the coaching staff and the players, and we're, like I mentioned earlier, we're more healthy than we've ever been. We'll miss Drew Bobo again, but we showed in Atlanta we can get by.
I thought you had 5 guys out. No,
we do.
Yeah, that's
one of the healthiest you've been.
We've got guys ready to play.
Okay.
It's a different mindset because I feel like the players are more in tune with the coaches and vice versa.
Next man up.
Yeah,
that's
always been our mentality. Next man up, and it's really shown these last couple of games.
Yeah, Tolliver stepping in like he did for Drew, and but especially with, like you said, I don't remember if we were recording it or not, but I mean the fact Colby Young's coming back. Barbora's coming back. I mean, you got freaking 4 or 5 tight ends.
We're the hottest team, so I think that will carry through. So
just again, the layoff is the biggest thing. It's just, that it seemed like it was one of the problems last time, but I mean, we had a lot more things going into the game last year. So
you can use that as a motivator this year.
I'm sure Kirby has. Kirby
he might have been playing Notre Dame footage from last season just to get their water boiling in their heads.
You don't have a job?
You ain't got no job?
You ain't got no job?
Oh, God.
So, all right. Very well. Well, so the games are coming up this week. I mean, again, New Year's is coming up. Everybody have a great and happy and safe New Year as well. But anything else before we wrap up the show, and we'll come back early next week and talk about the semifinal games?
I think Lane's going to do great things down in Red Sticks. So he's found a hot yoga group, and I'm so glad that Cord is still on his message board. And Happy New Year to Ole Miss and LSU.
What the hell does that even mean? You're so full of it.
I just can't believe that Lane shops at Aldi.
Yeah.
Wherever it is, it doesn't have bags or free bags for people. That was the biggest part of that surprised me. Unless that's
he spun the argument about how all the other coaches have to FaceTime their wives at the store. He didn't have to.
Oh, he's talking all the other dads, men. Period.
He just walked out.
But I thought it was with was it Cade Klubnik or whatever, or Kublik or whatever, who handed him the bag doing the interview up in the booth.
Oh, that was awesome. He didn't smile at all.
Oh, I didn't
He
see
did
that.
smile. Oh yeah, he did. He's like, oh, and here, by the way, Lane, just for the next time.
I love that.
And Lane's like,
I was like, I returned
Landry wasn't supposed to post that. That's the problem.
I returned the basket, but anyway, all right.
Still, what's great. That's what's great about college football is it sets it aside from everything else. So
Yeah, and I was watching one of the ESPN specials, the 30 for 30 or something, talking about the whole game day thing with Lee Corso and just how I know you're not a big game day fan, Bernie, but just the way that whole thing developed 30 plus years ago or whatever, and to what it's become today is just it's kind of cool. Just again, the whole college football thing and why it's such a special thing. Period.
it is special. It's special. We will enjoy it as long as we can.
We will. All right, well, that'll wrap it up for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Cord, travel safely back up from down there in Florida. And until next time, go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
The Titans.